The Canon 80D was released in February of 2016, which makes this camera almost 5 years old. So why did I choose this camera over so many other newer cameras in the market? Keep watching to find out.
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be unboxing my brand new Canon 80D. I'm giving you guys my 3 main reasons for choosing this camera in 2020. I bought the Canon 80D from HG Cameras in December of 2020 at a price of £669. I bought the camera as the body only because none of the Canon 80D kit options were supplied with the 10 to 18mm wide angle lens that I wanted, so I had to buy the lens separately. In fact, I've got a box here of all the accessories I bought for the Canon 80D, so I'll show you those in a bit. Anyway, let's get straight into unboxing the Canon 80D. Alright guys, this is it. The big moment has finally arrived. I'm so excited for this. Let's go! I'm gonna get this bit open here, if it wants to work for me. Just about there guys. Oh wow, here we go. Some phone. Got the invoice there. And here it is, it's coming. Try not to get the foam everywhere when I do this. Yeah, look at that. This is it guys, the Canon 80D, turn it around for you. Nice package in its box. Let's see if there's anything else in here. No, nothing else is in there, it's gonna all be in here then. Let's get this open. Okay guys, so we've got the LP E6N battery. We've got an instruction booklet here. And then, okay, so we've got this neck strap with the name of the camera on, that's pretty cool. Got a replacement battery here for the camera, that is, yeah, and second battery. Here's the battery charger for the Canon 80D. It's got a plug, so you can plug the charger into the wall so you can charge your batteries. And then, this is it, look. This is the body, this is the Canon 80D body. Wow, wow guys. Oh my god. Woo! There it is. Look at that. Would you guys just take a look at this body? Oh wow. The back there, we've got the flip screen. It looks so nice. Okay guys, I've just tidied the table so it's a bit clearer for you, but this is what's came in the package for the Canon 80D. Just look at that beast. LCD display at the top, we've got a slider there to attach a microphone onto. Here we've got the headphone port, we've got the mic port. The headphone port is actually not a feature of many cameras, so it's really nice that the Canon 80D has that. Just look at it, man. Oh my god. Okay guys, so now I've unboxed the Canon 80D camera body, I will now show you the accessories I bought for this camera. Okay guys, this is the wide angle lens I was talking about earlier, the 10 to 18mm lens. If you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I like to record close up of people on the trampoline and get close angles, so this is why I chose the wide angle lens. We've also got, to come with that, we've got the lens hoods, so that will help reduce glare when I'm shooting in harsh lighting conditions. Got 2 of these. And then, look at this, we've got the Rode VideoMic Pro, which is quite a high-end microphone, which will allow me to record high-quality audio. We've also got a dead cat for the microphone, which will help reduce noise in windy conditions. I've got a 128GB SanDisk memory card. Along with that, I've got a fast SD card reader, because my current SD card reader is quite slow, so I will really appreciate the faster transfer speeds. And finally, I've got 2 9V batteries for the microphone. Look at this guys, it's all set up now. It just looks like such a solid recording setup. Wow, sick.
Okay guys, so it's now the next morning. I didn't have time to finish off the video yesterday because it was getting dark and the lighting in the dining room wasn't great. I also can't record in the dining room today because we've already moved the table back. So I'm going to finish off the video now, outside, before my trampoline session later this morning. Now for 4 years, I've been recording on the GoPro Hero 5 Black with an ETM001 microphone connected via the GoPro sound adapter. So as a first time DSLR buyer, I was looking for something easy to use. And that brings me to my first reason for choosing the Canon 80D. It's ease of use. I really love the flip screen on the Canon 80D and how it rotates a full 180 degrees, because this will really make it a lot easier when it comes to vlogging. Also, this screen is a touch screen, which makes for easy browsing and accessing all the menus. The Canon 80D also has a Q button for making quick changes to your settings such as shutter speed, autofocus and aperture. My second reason for choosing the Canon 80D is for its long battery life. The Canon 80D uses an LPE6N battery, which allows you to take 960 shots per charge. When you're taking videos, the battery typically lasts 2.5 hours. This would be great for me when I go to trampoline meetups, because trampoline meetups can last like 5 hours or something, especially when the weather's good. So I'll only have to replace the battery like once or twice when I'm there. My third reason for choosing the Canon 80D is for its excellent autofocus. The 80D has 45 autofocus points, which makes it an excellent camera for tracking your subject, especially in sports. So when I'm recording someone on the trampoline, the Canon 80D should be able to track the person who's jumping and keep them in focus the entire time. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Alright guys, I'm now going to give you a bonus reason for choosing the Canon 80D, and that is other YouTubers have used it before. So Casey Neistat has used the 80D before. Also a YouTuber I watch, Jesse Heffels, he's a trampoline vlogger YouTuber. He used to use it. He now uses the Sony a7 III, but he used to use the Canon 80D. Seeing the video quality that other YouTubers got with the 80D definitely made me want to try out this camera more, because it was evidence that the 80D was capable of doing what I wanted it to. Alright, so in this final section of the video, I'm going to tell you guys some things you should know before you buy the Canon 80D. If you guys are looking to buy a DSLR camera for the first time, or maybe you're looking to upgrade, then this part of the video will help you decide whether or not the Canon 80D is the right camera for you. I'm just going to give you guys some things to consider when buying this camera, and I'm going to keep it simple by giving you 5 pros and 5 cons of the Canon 80D. Okay, so let's first go through the downsides of this camera, and the first one is that it's a bit heavy. It's 730 grams, and that makes it a bit heavier than some cameras out there. It's not the heaviest camera by all means, but there are definitely lighter cameras out there in the market. Another thing to consider is that the Canon 80D has an APS-C sensor, not a full frame one. The APS-C sensor is smaller than the full frame one, so when you take a picture or video on an APS-C sensor camera, the same number of pixels have to be crammed into a smaller space. Of course, in real life there are many more pixels. The Canon 80D is 24.2 megapixels for example, but this is only an illustration. So anyway, the pixels have to shrink to fit in because there's less room. So because the pixels are now smaller, they can't collect as much light. This means that pixels can gather more light on a full frame sensor. So the Canon 80D, being an APS-C sensor camera, is not the best camera for recording in low light. So if low light photography is your main interest, then a full frame sensor camera might be the better choice for you. Also, something to consider is that the Canon 80D cannot record in 4K. Now 4K may or may not be important to you as a photographer or videographer, so you really need to decide on a personal level whether or not 4K is something you really want. Personally, I wasn't too bothered about 4K because I record videos for YouTube, and very few people watch YouTube videos in true 4K. Most of the time they just watch in 1080p Full HD. I also have the GoPro if I ever want to record in 4K. Also, I normally record at 1080p 120fps, so being able to record at 1080p 60fps only will definitely save me a lot of storage space on my computer. Some people really want 4K video quality in cameras, and whether or not a camera has 4K is actually a deal breaker for them as to whether they buy the camera or not, but for others it's not so important, so just decide whether or not 4K is important to you. The Canon 80D also doesn't have inbuilt digital video stabilization, so if you do buy this camera, then make sure you buy a lens that has stabilization on it. One final thing to know would be that the Canon 80D only has one SD card slot. SD cards are generally quite reliable these days, but if you want the backup and insurance, a dual card slot would save you from losing photos and videos if, say, like files get corrupted or if one of your SD cards fail. So that's important if you've maybe got a photography job where losing photos and videos would be quite devastating. In that situation, you would really need backup options for your photos and videos, so a camera with a dual card slot could be better for you. Alright guys, let's move on to the positive features of the Canon 80D. The first one is that the Canon 80D body is weather sealed, which will give it protection for when you record in rainy or dusty conditions. The Canon 80D also has a headphone jack for monitoring your audio and checking your audio levels. Most cameras of a similar price do not have a headphone output. They have a mic input, but they don't have a headphone jack, so that really makes the Canon 80D stand out from the crowd. Another nice thing is that the microphone and headphone ports have actually been moved forward from the Canon 70D model, so that the cables don't get in the way of the articulating screen when you rotate it. Another nice feature is the Wi-Fi and NFC connections on this camera, which will enable you to view and save files directly to your phone from the camera. The next pro is for you photographers. The viewfinder on the Canon 80D has 100% viewfinder coverage, so it's always nice to see 100% of what you're capturing. And I'll mention it again, the articulating screen is excellent for vlogging, because you can turn it round, you can flip it, and that will enable you to check that you're still in frame. It also makes a great camera for selfies, if you're into that sort of thing. Comment down below what camera you use, and if you're still looking for a camera, then let me know what camera you're thinking of buying. If you feel like this video helped you in any way, then please leave a like, I'd really appreciate it. This camera looks awesome, and I'm really looking forward to shooting some videos with it. And photos of course, because I never take photos on my GoPro. I've got a lot of trampoline vlogs coming up, and I'm actually going to be starting a new trampoline training series, which will all be recorded on this new Canon 80D. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. It will start next weekend. Until then, thanks for watching guys. I'm about to hop on the trampoline now for my session, so I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.